right, Business Owner Moms Edition, backstage. Can you just do this? You talk to it sideways, it's all right.
Okay. Catchy.
Welcome to Time for Success, Business Owner Moms Edition. And we have Diane Carson here today. Hi, Diane.
Hello, I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
It's great to have you here. So, Time for Success, this show is all about helping to really equip business owners with the information, ideas, and really having this conversation about, what is success and how do we achieve that to have the businesses that give our employees and our families the lives that we dream of, right? And I just wanted to have a special thank you for Linda Baker with Damsel in Defense. She's actually sponsoring this program. They actually have some incredible self-defense self-defense tools. I believe that the statistics are that 1 in 5 women are subject to rape or sexual abuse, and they're trying to change those statistics. So honored really to actually have her as a sponsor. So anybody who's interested in talking more about that, 636-248-1550 is her number. But Diane, again, I wanted to say thank you so much for coming out on the show today. And can you tell the audience a little bit more about Promo Xpertz and what you do? And I know you're on the radio, you don't see the Facebook Live, but on the Facebook Live, I'm holding up one of the bottles that she brought in.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, Promo Xpertz. I started this company by myself 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's named that way. I'm almost to the point where I wish I'd never named it that, because it was the URL that was available at the time.
Okay, all right.
So I was putting in promotions, experts. I'm an expert at promotions, and I ended up with this. So when I'm having to spell it out, I always have to say Xpertz, and they go EXP, no, Xpertz. So I guess it's memorable. So that's one thing. So yes, it was, I had a business partner with a different marketing company for over 20 years, and she decided that she wanted to retire. Okay. And I'm still young at heart, and I've got a lot left in me, so I wasn't ready to retire. So I thought, okay, we were targeting manufacturers, 10 to 25 million in sales, who couldn't afford the big VP of marketing. Yeah. And I thought, well, it's just me right now. And I enjoyed helping them with their trade shows. I loved helping them to select items as giveaways, things for corporate gifts, all of that. That was my passion. And I also was handling the PR in our little marketing company. So I thought I could take that and transfer it on to helping entrepreneurs who wear many hats and small businesses and move their marketing forward. So it's been fun.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so your passion has always been around just the fun items that get people, I guess, to keep thinking about you, right?
Exactly.
After the event, after the interaction.
Correct. So,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, water bottles are so common these days. And this is perfect. Yeah. This is perfect. I know I'm always trying to, because, if I don't actually have a water bottle, I know I'm not drinking enough water, right?
Plus, it's ecological. It's
yes.
If you're putting it in a bottle, you're not using something plastic.
Exactly. So, now Diane, of course, you're a mother as well, right? Mm-hmm. So, can you tell us a little bit more about your family?
Well, I'm actually an empty nester at this point, because my son is in his 30s, and he actually is a small business owner as well. Mm-hmm. He has a graphic design company called Everything Design, and also he has a space at Chesterfield Mall, which is an office space. So I was a single mother. Okay. And I got downsized for the second time in my career. The first time was when I worked for the British government, and Maggie Thatcher closed 32 posts worldwide. Oh, no. So that was my first downsizing, and then my second one was I actually got divorced and downsized in the same month. So that was fun.
Really?
So life hands you lemons, you make lemonade, and I was on a corporate plane. I was traveling a lot. It really was not conducive to, being a single mom. So I said, no one's going to do that to me again. And so I started this marketing company with actually a mother of one of my son's friends.
Wow.
And so now, fast forward, he's gone. He has 2 kids of his own little business. So I'm really enjoying, kind of being able to come and go. And, although I really did, I managed to, while he was living with me, managed to attend, most of his school functions. Took him roller hockey. He was into really big. We did a lot of that. So I was always there for him. And that was what was so good about having a home office.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
where was this off? Was it in St. Louis? Was it?
In Wildwood, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. So you've been in St. Louis for a number of years.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Awesome.
But obviously, I'm not from there originally.
Where are you from originally?
I was born in England.
Wow, that's great. Mm-hmm. That's great. So I'm just curious, and this maybe just kind of on a tangent, but what brought you to St. Louis in the first place?
Well, my father was in the Royal Navy.
Okay.
He came to McDonnell Douglas, which is now Boeing.
Okay.
To purchase Phantom aircraft for the Royal Navy.
Wow.
And, I stayed here. They went back. So.
Wow. Okay.
St. Louis really is my home. I've been here longer than I've been over there, but I do visit, quite often. So.
Excellent. So you got into entrepreneurship really to get more time back with your family.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. It really it was a lifestyle choice. I guess I couldn't travel. Because of my situation, and also I just wanted to be responsible for my own destiny.
Yeah.
I'd always been successful at every corporate job I had.
Good. And
I thought, you know what, I can transfer this onto my own company. There's no reason why I can't do that. So.
Awesome. So now your son, and he now has his own company. So you must have instilled that entrepreneur spirit from an early age with him.
He was 12 when I first started my first little company. Yes, and I think he saw it. Took a lot of hard work, and but it is possible. But I had a conversation with him not too long ago. I mean, it's a roller coaster, and I told him, I said, you really have to have the stomach for it. I mean, if you don't, then then you have to go and get a steady paycheck. I always joke and say someday I'm going to get a real job.
At this point, I mean, if you've had this, your business for this long, you probably would go crazy in a normal job, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yes. Not too long ago, a business associate asked me if I would be interested in working part-time for a little bit, and I said, you wouldn't want me. I would not make a good employee.
Well, I wanted to go back. You said having a strong stomach. Tell me more about what does having a strong stomach mean to you, and how has that helped you throughout the years?
I think tenacity and being strong-willed and knowing that tomorrow will be better. Yeah. Maybe today is not a good day, but tomorrow, hey, a new customer could walk in the door. You never know where your next lead is coming from. Yeah. And I just think being optimistic and glass half full, not half empty kind of approach.
That's excellent. Yeah. So I'm sure there were moments whenever it was not so easy to say the glass is half full. Was there anything that you did that really seemed to work for you to kind of reorient you, helped you to kind of shift that mindset back to the positive mindset?
Sure. When we first started, I built a business on direct mail, and it worked at the time. And I think direct mail isn't dead; it still works. Yeah. Of course, social media has taken on a lot of the marketing initiatives, but. In 9/11, I lost 2/3 of my business overnight. And,
really?
Yeah, because marketing and advertising, people just pulled back. That they weren't going to be, putting money into that. And literally pretty much had to start from scratch. So said, okay, fine. I've done it once. I'll do it again. So,
yeah. So everybody kind of pulled their marketing budgets.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do to make that shift? Did you kind of change the nature of your service offerings, or did you just go out there and find the market that was still putting money into that? Or
pretty much went out there and found the market that, yeah.
So
manufacturing was down.
Okay.
And so we really targeted more service businesses, people who constantly need to update their marketing materials,
Mm-hmm.
people who are have to have people coming in through the door every day. So
you redefined your target market basically, and then you went after that.
Right.
You figured out who out there needs what I got.
Right. Well, actually, I did that twice in my career because when I first started, we were targeting inventors. And they were saying, well, when my product comes to market, I'll be able to pay you. Well, we made no money for 18 months. And then we met a SCORE person, and we were assigned 2 SCORE people. And they were amazing. And they sat down with us and said, are you nuts? Why are you targeting people with no money?
Yeah.
Because all the money's tied up in patents and manufacturing, and, it's very little marketing budget. So they said, go after the people that are already making things, who have the sales and, who need the help.
Right.
So
right.
that's I switched up then. So
yeah. Now, SCORE mentorship is great for somebody who's kind of in the conceptual stage. They're trying to get their business kind of up and going, getting kind of their first customer base. Mm-hmm. Can you tell the audience a little bit more about like SCORE and what they do, just because they might not know, and so it might be a good resource.
Right. Well, our 2 mentors were VPs of advertising and marketing from big corporations.
Okay.
And we would meet with them once a month, and we would show them what we were doing, and then they would give us ideas on how to move forward and how to gain new customers, and from their experience. So yeah, but that's kind of what I know. There are a lot of people out there in SCORE that are doing different things. I know there are people that help you with your accounting, people that will help you with sales, people that but ours were marketing and advertising. So
right, so it scores through the SBA, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, Small Business Association.
We were actually a SCORE success story. So
awesome.
Yeah, I would recommend SCORE for anybody, because it doesn't cost anything, and actually nowadays you don't have to be retired. From what I understand, there are a lot of people still with small businesses that are, and I think it's great.
Yeah. Absolutely. So now I want to kind of go back to the concept that you started your business to get more time with your family, right, and to reduce some of the traveling. But you came from a background of corporate marketing and all that. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure were you looking at big accounts, or how did you define your target market at that point in time that would be able to work with your background, with what you did, but still not require you to travel all over the place?
Well, as I said, manufacturers at the time were, they were wanting flyers, PR, which was my background, and they were needing sales materials, and the internet was just coming into full swing. So they needed websites, and so we had what we called a wish list of 300, and we could only take on so many per year. So if we got out of that 300, if we got maybe 6 clients, we were happy. Oh yeah. So, but you have to hit people many times. Right. Before it takes 1 to 7 times touches before somebody makes a buying decision. So, right. So our own methodology we were using to help our clients to gain leads and gain new customers. So we were designing mailings for them and marketing campaigns. To gain new customers. Well,
that's fantastic. So you what was your original? So you said that it was manufacturers. Was it manufacturers of a certain size?
Well, mostly for sales. Like I say, it was a 10 million to 25 million.
All right.
Where they didn't have the budget for a marketing department. So we basically were an outsourced marketing department, which is what I kind of bill myself now as an outsourced marketing department for entrepreneurs, because it's the same concept. They don't have the budget to hire somebody on a full-time basis. So I pretty much sit down with them. I have a 1-page marketing action plan and we talk about strategy, one or
Good.
2 goals, because that's about all you can handle.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to get there? And then I do the marketing initiatives for them
Oh, okay.
while they are able to focus on their own business.
Okay. Okay. So now, is there a certain target market that you go after? I mean, because it was manufacturing, and then
Right.
you had, well, it was inventors
Yeah.
and manufacturing, and then.
Nonprofits are good for me. I've got
okay.
a couple of nonprofit clients. One of them particularly is the Society for the Blind, so I do their PR,
Mm-hmm.
and then they also I help them with their giveaways, or they have a coffee cup they give away and things like that.
Oh,
So
cool. Yeah.
I help them pick out stuff like that, and it's an on as needed basis.
Yeah.
So I'm not a continual expense to them kind
Right,
of thing. So when
right.
they need me, they hire me on a project basis.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Okay. So now you've got a son, and your son has kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you've got grandchildren.
Right. Right.
I think I followed the logic right.
Yeah.
So I'm sure spending time with the grandchildren is still important to you.
Absolutely.
But you still have the business to run.
Right.
But over the course of the years, I mean, you've I'm sure really developed some great time management habits. Can you talk a little bit too, like how you manage your time, what maybe resources that you use that might help other people
Mm-hmm.
to understand how to do that better?
Sure. I try to make it a point not to be out of the office on Monday and Friday. So
Okay.
I do a heck of a lot of networking.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's pretty hard to stick to.
Yeah.
And then I also have what I call a 15-minute rule.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly with IT stuff. If I can't do something within 15 minutes, I pick up the phone and call somebody that can help me. Normally my son. But,
well, these days kids learn so fast it might be your grandchildren.
there you go. Yes. Yeah, my little 2-year-old my 3-year-old grandson, he's really good at video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to laugh because my son's real proud of it. You know.
Yeah.
So,
I think I remember my 13-year-old. I think she was like 4 or 5 or something like that, and my mother-in-law was trying to figure out something on her phone, and my my daughter fixed
sure,
her at that age.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
So 15-minute rule.
Mm-hmm.
That's a phenomenal rule.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people waste so much time on things that
Mm-hmm.
they should just get some help out with, right?
Yeah.
So
it's no point getting frustrated. Just
yeah. So you kind of have that team around you of people that you can go to. You've got the IT guy. You've got those other things. Good.
Right.
Good. So so how do you manage your schedule? So you said Monday and Fridays you try to stay in the office, or you at least try not to go out to another networking event.
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of the week? Do you time block? What does that look
Well,
like?
so if I have client visits, I usually try to make them before a networking event or after, because I belong to a couple of chambers. So obviously I go to their lunches.
Yeah.
I go to mostly try to stay away from evening things, but sometimes I think there's a happy hour for tonight. I'll probably go to that because I will be out. So if I'm out, then I'll go to one. But
Okay.
yeah, so I try to sort of put them all together, especially if I'm in the same area. So it works. Where if I spend a lot of time in the valley. It seems meeting people and
Caldies.
there, but also my son's facility.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a great facility.
He's
It's
got the
just a film
co-working
off.
space. Yeah. The annex, right?
Well, it's not. Well, it's sort of a co-working. Yeah, it's the annex.
Yeah.
But it's mostly you can get an office there for
Okay.
a real affordable amount, and they also have a podcasting room, and they've got a video green room, and they have a really nice boardroom that you could meet clients in. So
fantastic.
yeah, I'm lucky in that respect.
Yeah. Does he give you space?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Right. He better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I sacrificed for you?
I know. He keeps saying you should just come in here and work every day. I said, no, I really like being at home. When I first had a home office, I never dared tell anybody because it made you look so small. This was like some 20 years ago. But now people go, how do you do that? I'd really like to do it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's great being able to just work out of your home office, and it seems like, but a lot of people struggle with just staying focused, right? Because they think that, I should probably like take care of the laundry, or go and take care of this or that or something like that. How do you stay focused in the home office? You're kind of a pro at it.
Well,
right?
I get dressed every morning as if I'm going to work.
Okay, good.
And
good.
so I don't go down there in my jammies and slippers. And I find that if you do that, if you have a regular schedule and you're at your desk, just as if you were in an office, say at 9 o'clock every morning or 8 o'clock or whenever it is, that really helps you to stay focused.
Yeah.
I think, and try to stay in the office and don't, be going out in the kitchen, and don't be going, down to the basement or whatever it is.
Right.
Just to kind of stay, focused on your work. And then, and I take a regular lunch hour, and, just to give yourself a break.
Good,
so.
Good. Do you pack your lunch? Do you just take it into the office? And then...
Sometimes. Actually, I'm out for lunch most of the time, because that's when I'm meeting business associates or going to chamber membership lunches. So
Yeah. So I love that. So you just kind of keep the regular habits and the regular routine as if you were going into the office.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the key thing, because I tell people that your success level is really kind of the summation, or maybe the multiplication of your habits.
Right.
So it seems like you live that out.
Right. Yeah. I'm ADD, so and so I really have to work at it, but it becomes a habit after a while.
Good.
Mean, when I was in the corporate world, I had to be somewhere, at 8 in the morning or whatever it was. I just don't have the traffic, right now, which is great. But I've always kept regular hours, and then I usually 5 o'clock I try to stop.
Okay.
Although I will admit that when I first started in business, I would work until 2 o'clock in the morning. Mostly because I was picking Alex up from school, taking him to a friend's house, doing whatever. My motto has always been family first.
Yeah.
And so, whatever the family needs comes before work.
Mm-hmm.
And then work has to fit in with family.
Do you ever run into where that was like a problem with the client? Like, hey, I'm sorry, I got to take care of my son. Sorry,
no,
we're just going to reschedule.
because most of my clients were the same. They either have, kids in school. I think people understand that.
Yeah. I've run into it where people kind of really like fear that. Like the client won't understand, family, or the issues come up, and I try to reinforce them that most people are real people who have real lives.
Right.
And kind of going back to that target market conversation, like if your target market, if your clients can't understand that, then maybe they're not part of your target market.
Right. But I think in my case, I have, my customer service, I think, is pretty stellar. So if I can't meet with them, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because something's come up, I'll later on get back in touch with them, and I'll probably work on whatever it is, at 8 o'clock at night. So they know that whatever it is I'm working on, if it's a newsletter for them, or if it's a press release, they know I'll work on it that day. It won't be backburnered in a week from now.
Yeah.
So I think if they know, they know, like, and trust you, and know your work habit and your ethics.
Yeah.
I think they'll really understand that. But if you make a habit of saying, oh, somebody's come up at my kid's school and I can't meet with you, and then nothing gets done, then I can see there would be a problem. But most of my clients, I make really good friends with. They're my friends. Right. And I really care about their business, and they know that I'm part of their team. So and I'm moving their marketing forward. And if they don't succeed, I don't succeed.
So that's an interesting concept too. Just kind of that friendship, or maybe even keeping them close as family. I love that because some people say, oh, you can't mix friends in business, but I don't know. If you're not doing business with people that you like, that you'd have friends. I don't know.
I think when you're a solopreneur, you really get to pick and choose who you work with. Right. And not everybody is your customer. Right. It's almost like a marriage. Yeah. And they have to be on the same wavelength. Yeah. Otherwise, you're wasting their time and yours.
That's good. That's good insight. Very, very good. So we just got like a minute or two, real quick. Again, if anybody needs to get a hold of you, or they want to reach out to you, these are phenomenal. These are phenomenal water bottles, first of all. I love these. So what's a good way for them to reach out to you?
Well, they can go to my website and
Okay.
can contact me through there, or they can email me, Diane@promoexperts.com, or they could call me, 636-458-5241.
Okay, awesome. Now, do you have any pearls of good marketing wisdom or anything like that for them? I mean, the target market one was great. If you're not doing business with people who you can consider friends, then you can pick and choose. Remember that. So, what else? Do you have anything else?
Wow. Well, I just think, like I say, not everybody is your customer. So,
Yeah.
look in for pearls in your database, and you have to, like I say, you have to kind of hit them several times, to get a lead.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Multiple touches, because people kind of just let them go. At the first no.
Absolutely.
Don't let them go at the first no. Is that? Can I quote you on that?
It's not no. It's just no, not now.
Right. All right, Elizabeth, Matt Barbie, Time for Success, Business Owner Moms Edition. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, everybody. At least I got the cinematography better on this one. Oh my gosh, last time it was awful. Thanks.